Welcome to the first episode. If you are over 50, I'm going to say, but you could be 45, whatever. We go through these things as women. If you're over 50, I'll just say, then this is the right show for you. We are going to be a community and we are going to talk about different things that involve women and getting older. Because let's face it, we're all getting older, right? We're all going to get older, but you don't know what to expect. So maybe some younger people should watch this. We'll figure it out as I go along because then at least you know what you're in for. I need to change my glasses. So give me a second. I know you're going to say, what? Those are the same glasses, but they're not. There you go. So excuse me. My name is Marion and I'm not sure how to introduce myself. This is my second channel. My first channel has to do with reselling, and of course we'll talk about that because it's a great at-home thing that I do. But let's talk about, I'm 59. Let's talk about being 50 and over. What are the things that you have to contend with now or try and combat that you didn't have before? Do you still think like you thought 40 years ago? I know I do. I don't know. What do you want out of life? Now you know. Isn't it funny? As we get older, we think, we experience people, we experience situations, we experience grief, we experience births, we experience weddings, showers, funerals. We experience it all, basically. And I think this is why when we're kids and our parents say, we went through it already, listen to me. We don't listen because you have no idea that you are still going to be either a kid, a teenager, or in your 20s in your 59-year-old head. And when I say that, what I mean is, I still think like I did when I was younger. And I wish I would have came to this conclusion sooner. Do you know why? Because my mom died when my dad was, I think, 82 or something like that. And he was like a 21-year-old afterwards. I know that sounds horrible, but yeah, he was like a 21-year-old afterwards. He'd been married once. He was with my mother, I think it was 60 years. And all of a sudden, he's out buying new clothes. He never bought new clothes. You know why? Because he said he was spiting my mother because she always told him he looked, I don't know, dumpy. I don't know what, but he was always dirty looking. And within a couple of weeks, he has all these new clothes. I'm like, Dad, are those new clothes? He's like, yeah, I bought 7 different outfits. I'm like, what? And he explained to me, yeah, I just did that to spite your mother because she always had something to say. So in his head, he was still thinking like he was when he was younger, because all of a sudden, women were becoming attractive to him, younger women, as if he was younger, and just some things that he would say. And I experienced that with a lot of people who are older. And if I would have knew then what I know now, I would have treated him differently because I'm like, Dad, cut, you're 80 something, cut it out. Yeah, I wouldn't say that now because I know he's still thinking like when he married my mother, because it's how we think as we get older. Let me know if you experience this, and I'm going to make this episode mostly about this. Let me know how old you are first in the comments. And you know what? This show could be for men too, this particular one, because we all experience this. There will be some that are just for women, but I'm sure it could be anyone who's older. We are going to learn as we go along together. You can give me suggestions. I'm always open to comments, and this show is just basically going to be about that, how we think when we're older. How do you think? How old are you? How do you think, like I said? And how old, what age would you put to you? on how you think. I'm going to kind of go back in my head, think how I think now. Well, I tell you, my sense of humor, my joking around, things that make me laugh, yeah, they're probably 16 to 18. They could even be younger. But the funny thing is, all right, so you gain the wisdom, you learn new things, you constantly grow if you work on yourself. You have to work on yourself. You have to be into self-development, personal improvement, personal development, self-improvement, either or, in order to keep on growing and learning and maturing, I believe. But, sorry about the finger there, but you are always going to feel younger, I think. And I understand people who are older than me so much more now, because I know that they're thinking just like I am, no matter how old I am. So it makes me, number one, understand older people more. And I know if you're watching this and you're a little younger, you're like, older? Because it's weird how I feel like I could be someone's grandma now. I can. And that's just a weird thought. But I can. I'm not, because I don't have any kids. And I didn't talk too much about me. So let me tell you a little bit about me. I wanted you to just hear what I had to say first so that you don't say click, click. So, as I said, my name is Marion. I am 59 years old. I am happily married. Yeah! But for 8 years. I've been with him almost 11. And it took me time to realize what I wanted, what I deserved, how I wanted to be treated. Because when we're younger, we learn from what we see. And I am finally married to my forever guy. And not that we have forever. Well, we do have forever. I mean, not that we have a long, long time, but you never know. Who knows? I mean, my parents lived in their 80s, but that doesn't mean that's all I'll live, or, he'll live, because his dad lived till he was in his 80s also. But I have a dog, I have 2 birds, and I've been through a lot of shit in life. I guess that's the best way to say it. I've just been through a lot of stuff in life, and it brought me to where I am today. I think a lot of it that happened in my childhood keeps me kind of in that young mind frame too. A lot of psychology goes into that. But I like the way I think, and I like that I can laugh at stupid things. I have some relatives who are older than me. They can't laugh at stupid things or anything like that. So if you're someone like that, let me know. I want to know if we are all in this younger mindset. And I mean, we're mature, responsible, we pay our bills, we go to work, we do what we have to do, or whatever we have to do. You watch your kids, but you're thinking younger. I need to know. Do you do that or not? Because I'm curious. I think I'm going to do a survey after I'm doing this show for a while. I'll do many surveys, but that will be one of them, just to see the percentage I get of how many people think like they're 59, 69, 79, 89, or if you're thinking like you are younger. Now, I'm not saying you don't feel the pains and aches and everything else that comes along with being that old. And ladies, I'm not saying you didn't go through menopause and now you might be going through it again, or you're post-menopause, pre-menopause. I'm just saying that besides experiencing your knowledge and wisdom and getting older and being more mature, because I don't know about you, but every 10 years, I think about how I was 10 years before, even now. And I'm like, oh, I was so immature. So we don't know while we're going through it, but that's my story right now. I'm also a reseller, and I resell on different platforms online. And I also have a YouTube video that talks about that. I'm the Smiley Thrifter, attire and beyond. And that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. How do you feel? How old do you feel? I just am so curious. And if you know anyone who needs this type of channel, who would find it amusing or love to be a part of a community, just please share this with them and give it a thumbs up or a like on here. And also subscribe and hit that bell so you get more content like this. I'm going to decide what days I'm putting out contents, how many days, or it may just be up in the air once a week, but I'm going to make it as consistent as possible so that it fits into my whole structure in life. So I am going to talk to you soon. Oh, I do want to also tell you, don't go yet. In case you're someone who has a chronic illness or any type of illness mentally or physically, and you can't go out to work, well, I am considered autoimmune, and I do have chronic illnesses, chronic disease, and I cannot go into work anymore, and I don't get anything from anybody. So I'm not talking about my husband, I'm talking about disability or anything like that. So I have to make money on my own, and I'm home. We can talk about things that deal with that too, but I found a way to make money. So if any of you are interested in that, let me know. It's just online. It's nothing that I get anything for or anything. I could just share what I do with you. It's greater, even when it's greater than that. I don't know. It's a good thing, because even if you are older and you're just in pain or you have arthritis or whatever, it can also help you if you wanted to make some extra money. And I think it's a good thing for me, and I have fun doing it. I love it. So if you have any desire to know anything about it, just let me know, and I'll talk about that one day, because it can sure help people who are older, like me, or older, to do something while they're at home, that they're their own boss and they're literally self-employed. I have nothing to do with it, and making money. But other than that, let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. I really, really am happy that you watched this. Thank you. If you made it to the end, say end, not E-N-D, end, E-E-E-N-D, in the comments, so that I know, because I'm going to keep track of all this stuff and do giveaways every once in a while. So the more you comment, the more chances you have to win. I'll see you soon. I appreciate you so much.